Oh my goodness. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you're here. Welcome to another video. This one is a new one. Granted, my channel's new, so I guess every kind of video I do is new, but you get the point. Today, we're going to be doing a paint and chat video. I love watching these videos on YouTube. I put them on in the background all the time while I'm working, just watching another artist paint while they talk about something they're passionate about or talk about their process. Oh, I love it. They're so amazing. And I feel like you can get to know the artist so well and their process through these videos. So, yeah, today we are going to be painting this guy. I literally just finished it. It's the second painting in my Mackinac mini series. So, it's going to be a series of right now 4, maybe more, 6x6 paintings with a 1.5-inch border of different places on Mackinac Island. So yeah, like I said, this is the second painting in the series. It is of the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island. I'll put a picture as well up of the reference photo that I used. I did not take this reference photo. I did find it online. I have been to the Grand Hotel, but I looked through all my photos and none of them were aesthetic, I guess, or really what I was going for. So I found that one online and I thought it worked perfectly. And then while I'm painting, we are going to be talking about something super fun and hopefully helpful to some other artists out there. I am coming up on 1 year, I think this week, of quitting my corporate job and becoming a full-time artist. I cannot believe that it has been a year already. This year has flown by. No matter the struggle, no matter how hard it gets, I am just beyond grateful that I even have this opportunity to be a full-time artist and to do my art full-time and share it with others and share God's goodness with others and the amazing talent that He's given me. My heart is so full. I feel the tears coming on. I won't get emotional. I won't do it. My heart is just so full. Anyway, so I thought it would be interesting in this video to kind of just share with you some things that I've learned over the last year or things that I wish I knew when taking the leap to be a full-time artist. Maybe some other people that are in that limbo of like, should I quit my job? Should I not quit my job? So maybe this can kind of help you with taking that leap, maybe holding off on taking that leap. Now, I do recommend watching my testimony video first. I'll put a card up here because that kind of gives you a little bit of insight into where I was when I quit my job and how I basically got God's okay to quit my job. I didn't just blindly, I did kind of just blindly quit my job and jump into this, but it wasn't blind at the same time. I can't explain it. I explain it in my video. So go watch that first. There are still a lot of things that I didn't know when I quit my job this time to become a full-time artist. A lot of the people that you see on social media talking about their life as a full-time artist, they've been a full-time artist for years, so they kind of have it figured out or they have down what works for them. I haven't really seen many videos of the people who are in the trenches of it, like within their first year of becoming a full-time artist, in the learning phase, in the struggling phase, in the figuring things out phase. And yeah, I kind of just wanted to talk about those things with you in this video. Some things I've learned, some things I would do differently, some things that I wouldn't change or that I'm glad that we did. I just thought I'd go into more detail about this past year and what I've learned while I paint, while you watch me paint. So grab a cup of coffee, your tea, water, wine, and enjoy watching me paint. Alrighty, hello, it is voiceover Hannah. First off, I want to greatly apologize for the focusing of my camera. I know that it goes back and forth between focusing on my hand and focusing on the canvas. So I'm so sorry. I know that's probably really annoying to watch. It's my first paint and chat video. Bear with me, we're learning. And now I know not to film at this angle. So sorry, but I promise I will fix it for the next one. But yeah, let's jump right into the top 5 things that I've learned in my first year of being a full-time artist. Number 1, and probably the biggest one that all full-time creatives will tell you about, or the biggest worry of jumping into a career as a full-time artist is, of course, money fluctuates and to plan ahead. So some months you're going to be on top of the world. You're going to be doing really well at markets. You're going to be busy with commissions. Things are going to be coming in. It's amazing. It's great. You feel like you're living the high life. You're rich. Heck yeah. It is an amazing feeling and such a rewarding feeling. You're making money doing what you love. You're making money selling your art. It's great. But it is very important not to ride that high. Set aside money in those busy months for the slow months because there will be slow months. It is inevitable. Every single small business out there can attest to this, that after the holidays, between like January and March, it is slow. That is the slow season. People aren't really buying things because they just spent all of their money during the holidays. It is a slow season, and you will have slow seasons. I'm in a slow season right now while markets are slowly picking up and income isn't coming in. Sometimes I go weeks without a sale, or, I don't get any commissions. Markets don't go as planned. You don't make as much money as you think you will. It is important to set aside money in those busy months for the slow months. And kind of tagging off of this too, money cannot be your main reason why you become a full-time artist, because trust me, if it is, you will be sorely disappointed. Artists don't become artists for the money. Trust me. It is important to plan as much as you can if you are going to take the leap to be a full-time artist. I'm very lucky to have a husband who does have a full-time job, but if you don't, maybe wait a little bit until you can save up some money to have a little bit of a cushion. They usually say save within like 6 months to a year of expenses before taking the leap. I highly recommend that. Just make sure you're planning ahead, especially in this economy when everything is just so expensive nowadays. Plan ahead. I can't stress that enough, because there were times when Ben and I did not plan ahead and we struggled a little bit, but God has always taken care of us. Our bills have always been paid. I'm so grateful for that. But yeah, just plan ahead as much as you can and don't let money dictate your success or be the reason why you're becoming an artist. Also, kind of off that too, I hate to talk about it, but a little sub tip: figure out your taxes as quickly and as soon as you can. I'm very lucky to have a husband who takes care of this for me, but file for your tax ID, make sure you're collecting taxes in your state, and file your quarterly taxes. I'm very glad that Shopify does this for me. Anytime I get a payout from them from like a market or, just any sale I make on Shopify, they automatically pull out the taxes from that sale and set it aside into a separate account. And then every quarter I do pay them a fee, but they will file my taxes for me. And I don't have to worry about doing it on time. I don't have to worry about how much am I supposed to pay. They take care of all of that for me. It is absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10 recommend. Okay, on to the more fun stuff. Let's stop talking about money and taxes because I hate that. Number 2, stop comparing your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20. Comparison truly is the thief of joy. Now, I do think it is very important to follow artists who are established in their craft or who are established full-time artists. That way you can learn from them. You can learn from their mistakes. You can learn from what's working for them and what's not working for them. But do not compare yourself to them. It is so easy to be like, oh my gosh, well, they're so successful and their style is so amazing and they're making all these sales. They've also been doing it 4 times longer than you. Don't compare where you are to where they are. You will get there. You just have to stay patient, stay in your lane, and again, learn from them. Do what's working for them, and you might get there quicker than they did. Also, along that line too, I also think it's important to follow artists who are transparent about everything. It's very easy on social media and Instagram to follow artists who only post the highlight reel. They post their best art. They post all of their courses that they're teaching. They post all of the amazingness of their life and everything that's working out. Me as an artist, I want to be transparent about everything. I post the highs, I post the lows, I post the amazing times, the things that suck. And I follow artists who also do the same. That way I can see all sides of the coin of being a full-time artist. And I love following artists who are transparent about their life of being an artist. That makes me want to support them even more because they're just so raw and honest about everything. And that's how I'm trying to be in my social media too. And personally, I'll be perfectly honest, I unfollow artists who make me feel not good enough. If I find myself going down a rabbit hole with like a specific artist or they keep popping up on my feed and I find myself constantly comparing myself to them, I will unfollow them. And I might write their name down in like a notebook so I can maybe go back and follow them later. But if it is not good for my mental health, it's more to my detriment to follow them than to my benefit, I will unfollow them. So just keep that in mind. Don't compare yourself to others. And if you absolutely have to, get off of social media. Stop consuming and just start creating. Number 3, embrace change as an artist and don't be afraid to try new things. This is another thing that I am kind of still continuing to learn and struggle with a little bit. I personally am going through a transition phase right now. When I first started out a year ago, I did only watercolor. And even kind of to this day, I'm still known, for my watercolor pieces. That's still what I'm getting accepted into art fairs with, is my watercolor art. And you will be told time and time again as an artist to niche down, find your style, pick a medium, pick a subject matter, and stay in your lane, do your thing. But what I'm learning is sometimes your niche and your style is you. It's your personality. It's what you put on the canvas. It's your color choices. It's your brush strokes. It's your personality exuded into your art. It's not always the medium you use. It's not always the constant subject matter that you're painting. It is you, and people will support you and your art regardless of what it looks like. Your true followers and true fans will follow you because they like you as an artist. So don't pigeonhole yourself into one specific medium like I did in the beginning, thinking, oh, I'm going to be a watercolor artist forever. Don't do that. Don't be afraid to explore. Don't be afraid to transition, because that is how you grow as an artist. And that's how you continue to have fun as an artist. Because if you get to a point where you're not enjoying the medium you're working with anymore, stop using it. Try something new, try something different, because that defeats the whole purpose of creating art. Creating art is our way to express ourselves and to have fun and to let loose and, show our emotions on canvas. And that's so important. And if you feel like you can't do that when you're creating art, then maybe it's time to change. Maybe it's time to transition. Maybe it's time to try something new. And that also just keeps things fresh and different too. And trying different mediums and doing different things often gets me out of art block too. So don't be afraid to try new things and pivot if you absolutely need to. Okay, piggybacking off of the last one, make art that you love first. Too frequently, I find myself creating art for others. I create art that I think other people will like, art that will sell. I paint subjects that are like, oh, this is popular. Everyone knows where this is. Everyone's going to love this. Would people hang this in their homes? Would people like that? But then I find myself resenting the art then, and I just don't enjoy creating it. So a perfect example of this is some of my bestsellers are my stadium paintings. We live in Metro Detroit, so I've painted Comerica Park, Ford Field, the Big House, and I'm personally a Buckeye fan, so I've painted the Horseshoe. I do paintings of stadiums because everyone loves their favorite team, and those are the kinds of things they hang in their house. And don't get me wrong, I love that, and I love seeing people's joy when they see those stadiums painted in my style. But then it got to a point that every single art fair I went to, people were requesting their team's stadium, or, oh, have you done Spartan Stadium yet? Or, oh, have you done the Pistons yet? Or, oh, have you done the Red Wings team yet? And I found myself absolutely dreading wanting to do those. I didn't want to paint those because everyone was like, well, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this stadium. And then, when someone tells you that you should do something, it makes you want to do it even less. That's exactly where I was at. I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to paint those. And I just began to resent it. So now I am painting things for me. I am painting things because I want to paint them. I'm painting things that bring me joy. And your audience will find you. Your people will find your art. The people that are meant to resonate with your art based off of its style, maybe not even so much its subject matter. And an example of this too, for me, I love abstract art. Literally just the art where it's just bright colors thrown on a canvas. I love that. And I don't know why. I just resonate with it so much. And there's no specific subject matter. But sometimes for me, it's just the color choices. It's just the expressiveness and the brushstrokes that I love it so much. And as artists, I think that's the most important thing, is to paint for you first, paint for the things that you love first, and your audience will find you. And number 5, and again, another big one and one that we're still learning. That's the thing too, is I'm still learning a lot of these lessons. There are things that I've learned, but there are definitely still things that I'm working on too. But number 5, don't rush, be present, and make genuine connections with people. So I think back to a year ago when I was working my full-time corporate job, I dreamed of being where I am now, live painting at weddings, traveling, going to markets, people seeing my art and buying my art, I dreamed of that. And I am totally guilty of now thinking of, okay, what's next? What next big thing can I do? What next market can I do? Where do I want to go next? How do I want to expand things? I'm constantly always thinking of what's next and neglecting being in the present that I dreamed of a year ago. It's only been a year, girl. Slow down, slow your roll. Enjoy where you are now. Don't wish these moments by. Don't rush through them. You worked so hard to get here. And yes, you will go further. You will, a year from now, who knows what I'll be doing and where I'll be. And I'll look back to where I am now and be like, oh my gosh, I've grown so much. But don't wish it away. Don't rush it away. Be present and genuinely at markets and anytime you're out in public or talking with people about your art, make genuine connections because those are the ones that last. Those are the people who will remember you and hire you and spread the word about you and want to support you. The people that you make the effort to share your story with or make those connections with about your art, but also about their lives and what they love, those people are the ones that will be your lifelong fans and support you through everything. And I am so grateful that I've made a lot of those connections at a lot of the markets and festivals that we've been to. I have followers who have supported me since the beginning or even way years ago, like when I was in college and I started all of this, there's still people that are following me and following my journey because I made an effort to make those connections. And that is something, again, that I'm still trying to learn is just being present and enjoying where I am now. Yes, knowing that I want to grow, I want to evolve, and practice and consistency will get me to where I want to be and allow me to continue to grow. But I also just need to understand and enjoy that I am here right now and I need to enjoy being here. All right, so that is the end of the video. Sorry for the outfit and hair change. It's the next day. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and watching me paint this Mackinac Mini of the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island. If you are interested in this painting, it is available on my website. It's just artbyhannahelaine.com. I will, of course, link it in the description. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to come along this creative journey with me, please hit that subscribe and like button. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.